Hi friends, welcome to changing MAC address section. In this section, we're going to learn how we can change MAC address for a device, for a computer, okay? And then we will learn how to create our program, okay, Python program that this program changes MAC address. So before we start, we need to know what is a MAC address, okay? A MAC address is it is a physical address, okay? MAC address stands for Media Access Control, and it is a physical, permanent, and completely unique for each devices that is assigned by its manufacturer, okay? For example, this computer that I have right now and I'm using it, it has a MAC address. It has something that is completely unique in this world. No other devices has that kind of MAC address, okay? And what is it used for? Okay, it is used for transferring the packets from one device to another devices, from one computer to another computer. Okay, while packets, you may ask, what is packet? Okay, the packet is the data, okay, that we are sending from one computer to another computer. So this packet that we send, it has a source MAC address and a destination MAC address. Okay, these both are unique for each devices, and these both are completely unique, and it is transferring the data or those packets that is sent to network. And why should we change it? Okay, because in this section we are going to learn to change it. And why should we change it? Is it really necessary to change it? In hacking world or in hacking area, yes, of course, it is necessary because it increases being anonymity, okay, being anonymous. And it is used in a lot of places, okay, that we will be discussing them later on. And here I'm going to just name them, okay. For example, there are some kind of filter, okay, MAC address filtering, that they are telling, for example, on a Wi-Fi network, the administrator telling that only the devices could connect to this network that has a specific MAC address. So if you change your MAC address to their MAC address, okay, so you will be able to change to connect to that network too. So we can bypass the MAC address filtering by changing the MAC address. And it could hide your identity, okay. So also let's go and see how we can change it from tools that is already into Kali Linux, okay, and then we will be learning how to create our own tools to change it. So let me show you the MAC address first. In Kali Linux, if you write ifconfig and hit enter, here you have two things, okay. One of them is eth0, and then we have lo. Now right now, forget about this, okay. It's a network that is created by Kali Linux, and this one, it is a wired network that is created. It's virtual network, okay, right now, that is created by virtual machine or virtual box. And right here you see that we have an IP, okay, that is here. Each network needs to have an IP, okay. This belongs to an interface which its name is eth0, okay, and it has a MAC address which is ether, okay, and this is its MAC address, okay. This MAC address needs to be 12 character all the time, and right now you see this is the MAC address for this Kali Linux computer, that virtual box provided for this computer, okay. And if you're trying to find it on Windows, you need to write IP config, okay, on Windows. And now if I hit enter, it is not going to understand it because it's a command for Windows and I'm using Linux. So how can we change it? First, we need to turn off this interface, which is eth0. No problem if you're using eth0 or LAN, okay. So let's use ifconfig ETH0, which is name of the interface. If you want to use other interface, then you can use the name of that interface. Okay, so let's use down and hit enter, and it is saying that operation not permitted. Okay, why? Because I'm not a super user. Let's use sudo ifconfig ETH0 down, hit enter, provide the password. Now we have no error. That means now the ETH0 is down, and you see that notification right here too. And now if you want to change it, you need to use ifconfig, okay, then name of the interface, and then write hw, then ether, that is here, okay, ether, and then provide a new MAC address. Okay, so let's go with 00, okay, 00, come on, 11 and 22, 33, 44, and finally 55. Make sure that it is 12 character. Okay, now I'm going to hit enter, and again it's going to be sudo, and now hit enter. Now I think it is going to be changed, and there is one more thing you need to do, and that is to turn on this interface. Okay, so again we're going to use sudo ifconfig, okay, and ETH0 app. Okay, now it is done, and you see that the network is app now. Now if I use ifconfig and hit enter, this time you see that we have this MAC address. Why? Because I changed it. Okay, and right here, app here, if I show you, you see that we had something else, and now we have this one. Okay, so it is how you can change it using tools that is already provided in Kali Linux. And in this section, we are going to create our own program to change the MAC address of a device using Python programming language. So let's go and see that. Okay, see you in the next video.